Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first and 10, Wilkins. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on second down, Wilkins. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilkins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. First carry for Royce Freeman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Burnett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Wilkins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Gone! Detroit!
From the gun, Wilkins. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Wilkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Operating from the gun, Wilkins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilkins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Wilkins. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
To throw on second down. Wilkins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, Wilkins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burnett. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Going, and that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mahomes to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On 1st and 10, Wilkins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilkins. On the right side, he finds Burnett. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He's looking deep for Bell. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Wilkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Wilkins. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup. 16 and a Bronco first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Wilkins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bell. The 20. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd down. Wilkins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes is going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilkins. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Gun, gun!
Watch the screen, watch the screen! Watch the screen!
No, 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 no. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Shift, shift! Shift!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
3 down!
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And Boswell's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at that. Oh, he did it again. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
A gain of 6 there on first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And they'll go on the ground. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here. And look at this. It's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Blitz. That's it, baby.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Z.
Check front set. Check front
Z.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Mahomes to throw once more. His throw incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
No. Off.
Watch him now, Barney.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Get him.
Off play action. Wilkins. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Nigel Bradham brings him down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Broncos, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they dip to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.